That nigga got Lee Dungarees on. Oh, shit, nigga.
TME, we the
But nah, back on the case though, like, shit, like now that we see found guilty, what made you think? You know what I'm saying? Based off the evidence, which seemed all inconclusive and super confusing, and the way I understand the law, you know what I'm saying, is that you can't prove beyond a reasonable doubt, which means, you know what I'm saying, excluding a reasonable doubt, if you can't prove it, it's just not guilty. I cannot prove it. And me, the way I see it, and all the fucking inconsistencies in the story, the Kelsey chick needing immunity, why the fuck do you need immunity? Why would you even need it?
Yeah, if you didn't have nothing to do with the
If you're not guilty of any crime, you wouldn't need immunity. You'd be able to go in there,
just give your
say what the fuck happened, give your statement. Nothing should be incriminating what?
Right.
Because even if you were just like, yeah, we fought, that's a misdemeanor at best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A misdemeanor, a little tussle, that's a fucking fine.
It's not involving firearms.
Yeah, it's not about firearms. You're fucking perfectly fine. So why would you need immunity? All this shit about the sex thing, her lying and all that shit. It's just like, it's just too much confusion. And with that, I would just assume that it's like, well, the juror's just like, I don't fucking know, which we don't fucking know. It's just easier. Not even saying he innocent of the crime. But being innocent of a crime and guilty of a crime ain't got nothing to do with the law. It's whether I can prove this shit. And I can't prove it. So sometimes, even if he's guilty, free men walk. Because I can't a guilty man walk. Because I can't prove it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way the law's supposed to work. So, everybody else seems to view it the same way outside of the fucking big dick riders or whatever. Just ignoring the evidence. Y'all owe her apology, rah, 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 rah. Nah, like, the evidence just ain't there. How you think it got to it? You know, what's your opinion on that? Like, how it got to a guilty verdict? Clearly, nobody knows. She ain't even talked about this shit.
I feel like before the case began, she was like super vocal and she should have been quiet. And that was weird because she's being quiet. You know, during
and you won.
You know, that's very strange to me. Yeah, that's very strange to me.
I think that's guilt in itself, bro. She just like,
I feel like she was trying to assassinate his character. You know what I'm saying? When she really should have just been being quiet because there's an investigation going on. You know what I mean? Like whatever you need to say was to the police and to like attorneys and shit like that. Outside of that, you shouldn't have been saying nothing publicly. And the fact that she was weird to me. And now she's like super quiet. You know what I'm saying? All I know about the case for her is the purple suit. That's it. You know what I mean? I haven't heard nothing from her. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's not even normal with a trial. You know what I'm saying? To me, especially after the verdict came down and he was guilty, I expect her to say something. Have some kind of statement. You know what I'm saying? They want her to be quiet for a particular reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's just strange.
What you think about what his dad had to say? Like, I really didn't give a fuck still. I was kind of disappointed, but not to the point where it was like, he innocent, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, I don't know, but when his dad spoke, you know what I'm saying? I kind of changed my little opinion, not to be on my conspiracy theorist shit. But like,
I feel like it's deeper than rap with that.
Yeah, he was speaking some facts, man. You heard what he said. What you think about? You know what I'm saying?
Like you mean like the whole ROC-NATION thing?
Yeah, the ROC-NATION thing. Just like he was implying that, like, you know, it was like a smear job. Like this nigga.
Like they were upset because he didn't sign with them and all that shit. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like a retaliation kind of.
Yeah, which makes sense because Tory. Which I didn't think this before. I thought he was a, really good artist, talented guy. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga couldn't make his own original music. That's the narrative about him. Early on, was he talented? But he doing all his remakes and shit. The nigga's a superstar, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's a fucking superstar, dog. This
Rap
nigga,
sing, all that.
bro, he cold. I did not know this nigga was that talented. And he independent. You know what I'm saying? That means something.
Yeah.
And the powers that be don't like that shit. Drake is fucking Drake. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He can maximize his fucking earning potential times 50 if he was independent. Yeah, he's signed. You know what I'm saying? When you that big, when you're Michael Jackson, you can't be fucking independent. No, sir. No, sir. No. We don't need some of that, bro. You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for us originally. So we gonna keep it that way until you die. You know what I'm saying? So him being independent at the same time that he became a superstar, because he wasn't a superstar yet. He kind of just blew up and was like, damn, this nigga's really fucking cold. And he independent, he gonna make too much fucking bread. And niggas like that who can fucking influence the population and all that bullshit and sway certain shit, he got fucking influence, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be signed to us, bro, because you gotta be pushing our narrative. And if you ain't doing it, hey, you with us or you against it. You know what I'm saying? And his dad speaking that shit, I was like, man, there might be some fucking merit to that shit.
Yeah, I'm not sure like exactly when he became independent and when that ROC-NATION offer was how early in his career or whatever like that, but it does make sense what you're saying. Like, you know, the powers that be, you know, they feel kind of slighted, and she's a ROC-NATION artist, right?
Yeah.
At least management wise,
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah.
So, you know, there could be a play there. You know, it's interesting that his dad said that, and you could tell by the passion that was in his voice.
Yeah, it was powerful, bro. He's a well-spoken man. I didn't expect that shit at all. I just thought some fucking Canadian dude would just be getting up there talking shit about how he just upset. But
he had details.
He was not even talking about specifics of his son. He's talking in general. Like, nigga, the fucking justice system is failing black men. You know what I'm saying? Regularly. Fuck this particular case, just in general, bro. This is just another example of a fucking, basically, you know what I'm saying, smear campaign on 4K. You know what I'm saying?
And clearly he has a vested interest into his son. Like he not like hands off with his son since he just in the music industry. He's like ingrained into him, like what he got going on. For him to know all that shit,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because some people, they just don't even know what the fuck going on.
With their parents.
Yeah, they don't be. Their parents don't be knowing what the fuck going on. This dude, you can tell he know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can tell he been there with him every step of the way, type shit. You know what I mean? He looked just like his fucking dad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I was like, oh shit.
Shit gonna happen to his career.
I feel like he's too powerful of an artist. See, when you are like not just talented, but you are like super creative and you come into your own as like an original music maker, like you gonna have forever fans. You know, it's not that music that you can just like come out with, oh that's kinda hot, and then you forget about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's that music that stays.
Yeah, he's supremely talented.
Yeah, like you can't get rid of somebody like that, especially for something that's just really kind of sketchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like whatever happens at the end of this, whatever the conviction is or whatever like that, like he gonna be able to bounce back from it. It's like Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Brown didn't get deported.
That's a part of it, but you can always like get reinstated or whatever, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He can work his way through that. He just gonna have to get past this legal part of it. I feel like it ain't that bad. You know what I mean? You get deported back to Canada, and if he can't tour in America for however long it is or whatever until he can get his shit straight, that's fine. He's still gonna be able to make his money, and people are still.
That's
gonna make
important too, to be able to come and do you rolling out an album, doing your fucking little tours and interviews and all that shit. He can't go on the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
The American tours.
Yeah, the American platforms and just talk. He can't get on the big fucking radio stations.
The reason why it's okay is because we're in the social media age. You know, people will travel to come and see him. You know what I'm saying?
People go to Canada?
Sure.
Enough though. for people to give a fuck. For him to be, because obviously he wasn't even at his ceiling yet, and he was becoming huge, right? You think he'd be able to get back?
Yeah, because this is the thing about people like this that are super creative. His music's just gonna get better because it's getting better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna go because you can be fucking in Washington State and get to Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't far. People travel to go to the fucking Super Bowl or to the NBA playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like people are going to go. People fucking smashing their fucking penny banks to go see fucking bad money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're gonna go see Tory. You know what I'm saying? And he just gonna have to push through because there's a thing about it. You got true fans, they're gonna support you. You know what I'm saying? Because they fucking with you. You know what I mean? So I think in the long run, he's gonna be good. He's still young. You know what I'm saying? And it's just one of those obstacles, bro. He just gonna have to get past. It's unfortunate, but he gonna be able to stand the test of time just because he is good at what he does. And the situation is a personal situation. It just got kind of ugly. It was a fucked up situation. It's not like he was just like trying to kill a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?